give my full review of Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. So the way I'm going to do this review is I will have a first section of non-spoilers and then the end will be spoilers. So if you just want to skip to the spoilers, I put a time right here of where you want to go, and then if you don't want to hear the spoilers, I obviously will tell you when I'm getting ready to go into the spoilers. So let's get into this book. If you haven't heard about this book, it's about this girl, Louisa, who loses her job and she is searching for a new job, and she ends up taking this position of caretaker, and she doesn't really know what to expect, and she goes in and she meets the man that she's going to be taking care of, and he is a quadriplegic. So when Louisa first meets Will, she doesn't really know what to make of him. He is not the most joyous person she's ever met, and she doesn't know how he's become a quadriplegic, and she doesn't know anything about his life other than the fact that he is a quadriplegic and he needs help taking care of himself. And so you just embark on this journey of Louisa and Will, of Louisa trying to bring joy into Will's life, and Will being a surly butt. And I really enjoyed this book. I really liked the relationship between Louisa and Will, and I can't remember the nurse's name right now. I really enjoyed their dynamic. I really liked their friendship that was built. I think it's a great book about friendship and love and loyalty and family. I have to say that yes, this book is very sad, but not just because of the outcome, but just the entire premise of this book is just really sad. And I thought it was really well written. I thought that Jojo Moyes did a really good job of really capturing a quadriplegic's life and getting into the head of a quadriplegic and getting into the head of those that are around, like their family and their community and all of that, and just how it doesn't just affect the person that the accident happened to, but it does affect the rest of the family, and just the dynamics that have to change. And I thought that it was done very well. I do recommend this if you are looking just for a book that, yes, it's going to make you sad, but it's going to also make you think. It's not just about Louisa and Will. It's not just about their friendship. It's not just about Will being a quadriplegic. There's so much other stuff going into this book I was not expecting, and I really enjoyed this book. It definitely kept me reading, kept me turning the page, and there was a point where I didn't want to continue because I knew what was coming, and oh my goodness. So that's where I'm gonna stop for now for the non-spoiler of this review. I would say that if you're looking for a really good story about friendship, I would definitely pick this up. Just know that it is going to be heavy. It is a heavy topic. So, okay. So if you have not read this book and you do not want to get spoiled, this is your chance to sign off and go read the book and then come back and watch the rest of the video. Okay. Okay, so now, I don't want to say that I want to gush about this book because it is such a heavy topic, but I really thought it was a beautiful story. I absolutely loved the way that Louisa just came in, and even though when she found out that what Will wanted to do, when she found out that Will wanted to kill himself in a doctor-assisted suicide way, that even when she found that out, she was determined to change his mind. She was determined because she just wanted him to see that life was worth living. And I really just loved that. I loved that she kept coming because not everybody would continue to do that. Not everybody, when they found out that the person they were taking care of, when they found out that was what they were going to do, that they would bolt. It's like, you know, why open yourself up to enjoy this person's company? Why open yourself up to this friendship when you know that in 6 months it's going to be gone? And I just love that it's kind of that story of if you knew you only had one day with the person that you love, what would you do? And I just love how she packed in so much stuff into this 6 months that she wanted him to see that life was still worth living, even if he couldn't move his arms and legs. And I just loved that part. I really liked Louisa as a character. I love that she was flawed. I love that, you know, she really was just a likable character, and you saw her human side. You saw where she was, you know, where you saw her struggles. You saw how she fought with her family, and yeah, I just loved her as a character. I thought she was really well-rounded. I thought that she was very heroic in a sense, and I just felt for her. I felt for her the entire time. I felt when she was frustrated with her sister, felt when she was frustrated with her parents, with Nathan, and with Will. Like, I just felt that, and then I felt the love that she had for everybody that it was in her life. And I just thought that Jojo Moyes did a really great job of writing Louisa as a character. She was just a phenomenal character. And then Will, I really liked that you didn't get a whole lot of Will's background up front. That you got a little snippet of his background, and then you just progressively got it as the story went on, and so you weren't ever in his head. And even in the beginning, the first part of it, you're not in his head. You're just, it's in third person. It's kind of, you're not really in his head. And I just love that that Jojo Moyes never, even though she changes perspective a few times at the end of the book, that you never get Will's perspective, and I really like that. I really like him as a character, and I feel for him. I feel the frustration that he has. It's just like, he was this dynamic person, this, you know, person that just took life as it is, and he was, you know, he's 30, 35, and he goes from being this independent man to basically a child, almost an infant, and he can't take care of himself. He can't do the basic necessities, can't even brush his own teeth, and I really love the relationship between Louisa and Will. I love that they really had this love-hate relationship, and I love that it built over time. That it wasn't like Louisa didn't like automatically fall in love with Will, and Will didn't automatically fall in love with Louisa. That it was something that you were gunning for, and I really appreciated that Jojo Moyes wrote Louisa and Nathan, and that you really saw the Louisa and Nathan together, but then you really just saw that they really didn't match each other. And I like that she gave them time to split up, and there was no cheating. I just, you know, I like that. And it wasn't like Louisa went from breaking up with Nathan and then the next day she is, you know, kissing Will. Like, there was time. And you know, I really, man, just their relationship was just heartbreaking and beautiful in the same time. Like, I absolutely loved their relationship. I loved when they went on their last vacation and they were on the beach, and I just love that scene. I just wept. Oh my goodness, I cried for like the last, like, I don't even remember when it started. Basically when they went to the beach, and for the rest of the book I was crying because I just knew what was coming, and I almost wanted to put it down. It reminded me of an episode in Friends where Phoebe realizes that her mom always stopped the movie or the book right before the sad part, and so Phoebe always thought, you know, that all these sad things that actually happened in the movie, she didn't realize that happened. I really did consider stopping the book at this beautiful point of them on the beach and they finally kiss. I really considered putting it down because I'm like, I don't want to know what happens, because I know what's going to happen, because nothing that Louisa is going to do is going to change Will's mind. Nothing. And oh my goodness. And so you get to the end and he does do the doctor assisted suicide, and I don't believe in it. I don't. I don't believe in taking your own life, and I am against it, but I see why he chose that way. I see why someone in his place would. That was the only thing he had control over. And he wanted to leave the world in dignity. He didn't want to just slowly die. And so I get it. I get it. And I think that if Jojo Moyes wouldn't have had Will die, if she would have had him change his mind, I think it would have done a disservice to the rest of the story. That there really was no other choice. It would have been a good story, but it wouldn't have been a great story. And so it wrecked me. The ending wrecked me, because it's just, you don't want that to happen. You don't want that for Louisa. You don't want her to open herself up to this man, and this man open himself up to her, and they fall in love, and they have this beautiful moment, and Will still chooses to let life go. And it's just wrecked me. And I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a beautiful story. I probably won't read this again unless I forget everything about this book. Yeah, because I just can't see myself picking this up knowing what the ending is. So, yeah. Okay, so that's all I have to say about this book. I thought the writing was beautiful. I really loved Louisa as a character, and I thought the writing was just fantastic, as I've already said. So, okay, well, let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. Be very vague. I don't want anyone to get spoiled in the comments. And yeah, so that's all I got. So guys, I hope you're having a great reading month, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye!